Guys, it's Yinling here, bringing you an Age of Empires online guide to throwing Axemen micro. Throwing Axemen is a Norse range infantry unit, and you can see here that in the early game, even though it's built to counter infantry, it actually loses in a battle against an anti-infantry unit. In this example, it's the Celtic long sword. However, going into the later game, you can actually beat these other melee units for both population and cost, just because of the larger numbers, and also because if you follow a certain micro pattern, which is kiting like this, use the stop command. So basically what you do is you click behind and you press stop once you separate a couple of the melee units you're kiting from the main group. And what this does is basically in those smaller numbers, you're going to inflict heavy damage on those couple units before they can get any hits in on your throwing axeman. It's a very, very handy tip to know. And the reason why larger numbers actually increase the strength of this unit is because with any ranged unit fighting a melee unit, right, you're going to have an advantage as the damage you do increases per volley relative to your surface area. So the surface area stays pretty similar, but the damage output of your force actually goes up pretty dramatically as you increase the number of units you have.
No,
this is actually 20 versus 20
I'm pretty sure I counted 20.
I think, and I kill about twice as many units as I lose, which is pretty good. I mean, that in any fight, that'll definitely give you a pretty heavy resource advantage in the game. Another thing I should mention is that these throwing axemen, they do cost 3 resources, so you need to make sure that you're managing. Actually, it's probably easier to manage your economy that way, because you don't really need to go heavy on one resource or another, but you should be aware of that while you're playing. Yeah, this battle goes on for a little longer than it probably should have, just because I wasn't kiting as efficiently as is possible. You'll probably realize that most battles don't really go this long in Age of Empires. And I mean, if I was playing a real game here, I'd probably need to manage my resources back in base or something. So yeah, I mean, I could definitely be doing better right now. Yeah, but after showing you guys this basic concept, I'm just gonna have an epic like 200v200 battle of the longswordsmen and axemen. It's a little laggy just because it's a lot of units, but this is really cool. It really illustrates just how in increased numbers, the throwing axemen actually gain a huge advantage over the melee units. You can see that most of the melee units don't even get a chance to attack here. Like, I'm not even cutting back or anything, just because they need to get right up against another unit, and a lot of those units are in the middle of a huge axe ball. So yeah, this battle is gonna go for a long time, and eventually I'm gonna take some.
What was the point of this again? Is it just so that, like, to show how good the longswordsmen are?
All the other longswordsmen. So, that's a pretty heavy victory, pretty clear victory. I mean, once you get to this population level, you're probably not gonna be fighting with these units, but I just wanted to have sort of proof of concept to show that it works. If you guys like this video or found it informative, please give us a like or subscription. We'd like to hear what you have to say.
How does it make you feel knowing that the town center has formed?
If you're a really good Age of Empires online player,
the town center has
please,
formed.
let me know in the comments.
How does that make you feel?
See you guys later.